In this tutorial, I will show you how to work with the where clause. This is very important in the SQL query language. You see that the where clause structure is like this. Select column names from table name where column name is equal to or is less than or is greater than something like this. That means operator. So operator and then value. An example of a where clause is this. For example, I want to get all the data from the students, but I will apply condition where the last name equal to this. That means I want to get only one student information, or there can be one or more information by the where clause. So those will be returned using the result array. So let's check it. Now I am going to open my editor, and in my editor you see that this is the code. Now I am going to use the where. So I call here select all from, for example, selector for all from students, and then I use where. So what will I put here? Let's go to my database, and here you see that the last name is this. For example, I give another person name is last name Smith Johnson. Instead of Branson, I am going to give here Johnson. Okay, so you see that now there are two people have the same last name. Okay, so Smith Johnson and Ray Johnson. So these two information will be come from the table. So where the last name equal to question mark. Okay, as I am going to use the video, I will use the question, and in the execute I will have to give an array, and the last name will be what I will have to give here. So last name can be like this into a variable, and in top I can give here the last name into assign a variable that is Johnson. So like this. Now in the result I will get all the data. I am make the table 1 now. So here if I make this 1, and here ID, first name, last name, etc. you can take from here. So I am going to copy and paste here, and here add another one that is last name, and in the last I am going to add another one that is phone. Okay, so here this will be phone. So here after first name I am going to show last name. That means I am going to pull all the data to show all the data here. So email, and here will be phone. Now let's try, and I am going to make it off. Now let's try to show using my editor. So array to offset and value, and here I am going to change one thing, that is face Ashok will be here Ashok. Now I am going to show the output. Refresh. You see that the first name, last name, email, phone, but not all the data comes here. The information here coming is based on the condition. You can also give here where first name is this or phone number is this. Okay, so if I want to get a student by the phone number, if there is no information like this, what will happen? You will see no data return. Okay, because it does not get the information. But if gets the information, what will happen? For example, this phone number I am going to copy, and here I am going to paste it. I am going to search by this phone number. Now if I refresh, you will see that one data comes here by this phone number. So I get a single data here. So this is very useful here. I hope you have understood. Now let's go to next. The where class can be used to use in many other things. For example, if I want to get all the students whose ID is less than 4, so it can be happen. So here I can also make the query like this, whose ID less than 4. So all the IDs will come where ID less than 4, then it will not work. And I give here 4, but here I can use a question mark also, and here I can give the value that is 4, or here as this is not a string, so I can straight use the 4 here, it is integer. Now let's check. You see that all the ID that is 1 2 3 comes that is less than 4. So it is very useful here. You can also use the where clause getting to multiple data. For example, where this equal to this and this equal to this. So based on the two condition you can get the data. For example, ID less than equal to 3 and last name equal to Johnson. Now I can do the same thing. For example, where ID is less than equal to 8 and last name equal to this. So here first one is id, here first question mark value will give here, I will have to give here, and then I to give here the another thing, that is last name. So last name I give here and last name, so this question mark value will be here. So in this way I can just use it. Let's try to refresh. You see that nothing comes here, where id less than 4 and last name equal to Johnson. Okay, so refresh. You see that only one information comes here because I put the condition before. It will last name will be Johnson. Okay, so 2 times it will be get, but I also added another condition, that is id must be less than 4. That means this one will come, so that coming here Johnson first one, this one will come, so only one data I get here. So in this way you see that here I wrote some query where last name equal to this, or you can use the or query. Okay, so here instead of and you can give or query. For example, last name equal to this or this, that means which person last name is equal to Johnson, or last name equal to I get here another one, for example Gamble. So here I am going to give here Gamble. So if I now refresh, you see that which person last name is Johnson and or last name is Gamble, both are coming here. So in this way you can use the where query and you can use the and or. Another type of information here you can show here, that is where first name equal to this and last name equal to this, or first name equal to this and last name equal to this, or it can be like this, first name equal to this and last name equal to this or this. So this type of information can be also happen. So this type of query you can give here. Another one is first name or first name, that means first name can be this or this and last name can be this or this. So this must be any one of this and last name will be this or this. If those matches, then I will get the data. So in this way you can do many things. Now I am going to show you that there are some operators. You already see that I have used the operator in the previous example, I did less than 3, right? So similarly I can use the equal, then greater than, less than, greater than or equal, less than or equal, not equal, when it not equal to this. If I give here for example where last name not equal to Johnson, last name not equal to Johnson, if I give like this, what will happen? You will see that all the information will come except last name equal to Johnson. So refresh, you see that last name Johnson is not here, but all other information is here. So in this way you can stop on special information. You can check by this. There is another important thing in the where query is very important, that is between, like and in. So what is between? Between is will give you something result between a range, and the like, it will actually search like a pattern. For example, when we work with the search box, we want to search any special thing in the database, then we use the like, especially text in the case of text searching. And in is a specific multiply possible values for a column. I am going to show you this. Here is a practical example so that you can understand. That is here use where between. So what is the uses of where between? You see that this is a table. Just look at this table. So in this table there is first name, last name, email, phone, age and city. If I run the query like this, select all from students, this is students table. So from here I will get all the data where age between 30 and 36. So you will have to use the between and okay, where between and. So here between this and this. So you can also use here like this, between question and question, as I am using a placeholder here. In that case here you will have to give here what is, I am going to check 30 and 36. Okay, so question this one and this one, then here you will have to give into the array 30 comma 36. You can also write like this. So here what will be happen, here you see that from this table I will get only one data, that is between 30 and 36. So this one will get, but this one will not get, then this one will get, this one will not, this one will get, this and these are not. So the first ID will come, then ID 5 will come, and then ID 7 will come. You see that 1 5 7, all the information from those tables are here. So in this way you can just search between a range. Another one is like. How the like query, where like it works. For example, from this table I am going to search the city like this. Like this, like means actually not exact data. If I give here that the city is equal to, then exactly the full name will be searched. For example, I give here city equal to Khulna, then it will search exactly same thing where there is Khulna. But if I want to search by a partial of a word, for example KS, I start from KS, so you can then write KS percentage. That means it will search by all KS, start by KS, right? That means Khulna, Dhaka, Khulna, this Khulna, Ekam. If I give something special, for example D, here you see that D percentage. D percentage means here is two things. Dhanmondi equal to, actually the city will be here Dhanmondi, but that is not given. For example, the city name here you see that James, it is it will not be Joshua, it will be actually Dhanmondi. Okay, so in that case what will happen? In that case I am going, okay, so in that case you see that the name starts with D will be shown here. Okay, so you see that in this table it is going to get the name DHAKA, Dhaka, Dhanmondi, etc. like this. If I want to show you this as a practical example, for example in my table here is the last name start, for example ASGA. So two names are here by the name A, right? So here I can give here where last name like. So here last name like question, and the question can be, it starts with a percentage. That means a percentage means after a it can be anything. So for example, if I refresh, you will see that two names starts with A, so it is coming. So AN, one is AN, another one in AS. If I give here AS, what will happen? So AS, then if I refresh, you will see that only one name comes that starts with AS. If I want, I can search by the last name. You see that there are two, there is D, two name has the last character is D, Ahmed and Mahmoud. So last character is D. So in that case, if I want to search like that, so percentage will be first and then D. That means there is something you write, then last you will write D. So in this way, which name it will get, it will pull in front of me. So if I refresh, you see that Ahmed and Mahmoud, because the last name is D. So in this way you can use the like query. Okay, so let's start with the next, that is wherein. So this is very important, wherein actually list all the students from these or this. So here you see that select all from the student. This is a table where Chittagong, Dhanmondi, actually this table will be here. I am going to copy it, and in the previous in the previous here actually I am going to remove and paste it. Okay, now D, Dhaka, Dhanmondi, Dhaka. So okay, now it is okay. So after the where like wherein, so here I will take all the items from here, where student, where city in. That means in this table it will be searched by city in and Dhaka and Chittagong. That means Dhaka and Chittagong. So there is one city here, this, and there is another one, this. So all the thing that is by this city or by this city, it means you are giving to give some numbers, some items where it will search the whole query by this, then search the whole table by this. So in this way the output will come in front of me. So another is use where not in. So the same thing here, you will use where city, here I will use not in. That means I will get all the data where city is not Dhaka and Khulna. So without Dhaka and Khulna, what are the cities? Chittagong and Dhanmondi, 2 items, 6 and 7, that is coming in the output here. So this is where not in. And another important thing, very important, that is subquery. So here the where in subquery. So in is used in another case, that is it is very important, that is where in is okay, but there will be a subquery after that. For example, I have two cities, I have two table, one is or same table, but here I search by two tables. For example, I have one table is student and another table is institute. So what I can do, I am going to get all the information or some specific information. For example, a student's first name and city I want to get from a table, that means a student's table, where city in, and in that table I will get only one student where the city of the student will be, it will be in. I select another query. For example, there are some institutes in the city, so I want to get only that students where city in the institute city table. Okay, for example, I am going to give an example here. For example, here are total 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 students, and they live in this city, Khulna, Dhaka, Chittagong and Dhanmondi, 4 cities. Okay, now I give some institutes in another table, that is institutes table, and you see that there is some institutes in Khulna, Bogura, Khulna, Chittagong and Coxbazar. You see that this institute city list, there is no Dhaka, no Dhanmondi, and extra one is here, that is Bogura, that is not in the students table, right? But I want to get some students here, only which city will be here. For example, it will take Khulna, so Khulna is here, so I will get the students, they live in Khulna, so this one and this one. Then it will search by Dhaka, but Dhaka is not here, so it will skip that. Then Chittagong is here, so it will take this student from here, Daniel. You see that this one is comes. Then it will search Dhanmondi is not here, so it will skip it. Khulna is here, so it will take Dhaka, so another person is Khulna. So all the cities here that are here is Khulna, Chittagong, these two, but Coxbazar and Bogura, these are two cities that are here, so that have no student, that will not come here. So only the Khulna and Chittagong, these two types of student will be shown, because those are got into this list. So Khulna has 1 2 3 students and Chittagong has 1 student, 4 students in total. So here see Khulna and 1 student is from Chittagong. So in this way you can use subquery. That means a little bit complex, but if you understand, then it will be very easy for you.